Solo. That's what I'm talking about right there. Man, what happened to good old 90s alternative grunge pop punk? Back when music was music. When music fucking rocked. Fucking balls out rocked, man. Like a fucking guitar sounded like a goddamn buzzsaw. Man, what happened? Where did it go? Where did it all disappear to? How's everybody doing tonight? What's the haps on the craps? Thanks for the compliment on the hat. Yeah. This is from Amelia's grandma. She made us matching beanies. It's actually the first beanie, and I think the first knitted thing that I've ever owned. So, well, thanks, Mr. Naughty Priest. Hello, and have a good evening. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Just doing some tats. Cynic, please. Well, what's up there, you fucking bogan piece of fucking shit? Welcome to the fucking stream, you fucking bogan fucking nightmare. All right, give us a fucking lighter. Bum us a fucking lighter. Bum us a fucking lighter, you fucking bogan, eh? Good to see you, mate. Kind of scared here in Finland about the whole Russia crap. They're right there, our neighbors. They're our neighbors too, man. I mean, we had a vice presidential candidate that could see Russia from her house. You could actually see Russia from parts in Alaska within our own maritime borders. And, you know, hey, man, we're next door. We're all next door neighbors with Russia. Russia's huge. Only that Aussie can be like, fuck what's going on in Russia, mate. They're fucking 5,000 miles away, ain't they? The fuck do we care down here? That's one thing I haven't seen yet. Like, I haven't been called a red-brown fash or a secret Putin agent by a single Australian yet. I wonder if their distance from Russia has anything to do with that. Fuck. Man. I mean, you got to understand, as a guy that wouldn't toe the line and vote for the weird kid sniffing rapist, racist piece of shit based on the flimsy, fuzzy math of lesser of two evils, trust me, I'm pretty used to being called a fucking fascist, especially nowadays that people have just bled all of the goddamn meaning out of that word. And now it just means person who disagrees with my politics. But dude, today, I may have set a fucking record today, man. I may have set a record today for the amount of times that I was called a fucking fascist, bro. Yeah, John B., they're out here condemning your boy. A fascist. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Ugh, but that's where we're at, I guess. That's where we have arrived. What up, close off? A decent proportion of Aussies are to the left of Biden. Benefits of having a strong trade union movement. Oh, man. Don't give me a boner this early in fucking the show, man. Come on. Got to at least hold this one out for an hour or two, right? Yeah, dude. A fucking fascist, bro. A fucking principled anti-war fascist. Can you believe it, y'all? Holy fuck. Well, and see, this is a funny thing, too, because there's a fuck ton of people who have been following me for a long time. And anybody in here that's been following me for a long time will back me up on this. I've been a staunch anti-war leftist from the jibbity jump. This ain't no like new fucking worm that's turned with me. All right? When the American war drums start beating, I start criticizing. You see, because I'm against war. I'm not against war except for when America does it. Got a little principle that I stand on here. And it doesn't include being emotionally manipulated by a bunch of people with tears in their eyes for the Ukraine that probably hadn't even said the word Ukraine until fucking 2 months ago. And these people are so fucking easily led around by their little dog collars, told what to care about. Meanwhile, like as we're all fucking weeping like heaps of salty tears for the Azov brigade in Ukraine, fucking one of our principal allies, Saudi Arabia, is currently using our weapons to bomb the fuck out of Yemeni children. How many people do you see have Yemeni flags added to their fucking their Twitter handle today? Saw a whole lot of Ukrainian flags out of goddamn nowhere. I'm gonna try and find some for you guys, and I want you to hear what cognitive dissonance sounds like. And I mean, this is A-tier shit. In case you've never heard cognitive dissonance before, let me just scoot this back a little bit because it's I don't know when he gets directly into it. But I was clickbaited into watching this Vosh video today because, you know, the whole Ukraine thing was so hot. I got clickbaited, as one does. And look at the name of this video. I love how Vosh, with his new haircut, it like feels like he's in a position where he gets to tell people like, this is not a real, like, look at the, dude, hold on. Look at the, this is the thumbnail for that video, by the way. These aren't real leftists. No true leftists. I mean, this is like kindergarten level logical fallacy. Because a person doesn't agree with me, they're not a leftist. And then he names the video. There's no room in whatever the fucking online left is. This is one of those terms and like, hold on. This is one of those terms that I just still need explained to me by somebody, man. Somebody needs to sit me down and tell me what the fuck that is. Does that mean people on Twitter? There's no room in the online left for people who defend Russia. All right. Well, I'm not one to defend Russia. But the irony of this is that this shit is aimed at me anyway. Like, you can go scout, like, look, dude, my fucking whole psyche has been puked onto the internet for like a decade now, bro. You can go and look. You can find any time where I'm going like, legitimately, unironically, like, Russia's fucking great, man. Fucking, I'll delete my YouTube channel, bro. I'll be gone from the internet. I'll admit I was always a red, brown fash or whatever. But it's just like, Because I'm not immediately turgid, veiny, and straining for war. I must be a fucking Russian supporter, bro. So anyway, we're not going to listen to a whole lot of this, but this first part of it here was just like fucking champion level cognitive dissonance. I want you guys to listen.
Play this again. Like, these are people paid directly by the Russian government. Do you think they're not getting direct instructions to lie? Do you think that it's just a coincidence that all of them...
Hold on, is this... maybe it was before this.
You have some contention for some groups, but if you can, by any objective metric, look at the lying taking place from Russian state media, it is overwhelming. Right now, Russian state propagandists are telling incompatible stories. Right now, some of them are saying there's no invasion. Some of them are saying that Ukraine...
Yeah, so once again, everybody becomes very critical of Russian state media, but neglects to mention the fact that the counterpoints that they're getting are largely served to them by United States state media, which they are suddenly very uncritical of.
Again. Like, these are people paid directly by the Russian government. Do you think they're not getting predictions off of trusting the Russian government? I have no idea what would lead any person in the left to trust the Russian government. Every negative criticism you can make towards bias within American media is indicative 1,000-fold for Russian state media.
Wow. Where'd you get them numbers? So wait a minute. The lying ass collaborating United States media is 1,000-fold better than the Russian media? Isn't this just like America-centric thinking? Like, look, dude, I know our media is a shithole of nothing but lies and propaganda, but I mean, it's 1,000 or it's 1 billion million times worse than Russia. I mean, give me a fucking break, bro. Your young Beverly Hills ass ain't been lied enough to by the American media to not even let this type of shit dribble past your lips yet? Fuck, man. Get another 10 years on you. You got a decent fucking brain in your head, but God motherfucking damn are you stupid sometimes.
Seriously. I understand, and, you know, I understand, like, this is an issue of some contention for some groups, but...
Look at all his fucking Zoomers in his chat, dude. Taru, Pepe hands, Taru, Pepe ga, Taru. I mean, fuck, bro. He's got a bunch of, like, 14-year-old Fortnite players jerking off and watching him talk about shit that he clearly doesn't fucking understand.
If you can, by any objective metric, look at the lying taking place from Russian state media, it is overwhelming. Right now, Russian state propagandists are telling to lie. Do you think that it's just a coincidence for all of them?
I want to get to this part where
what I'm saying is new. If you're a leftist,
okay,
and
listen.
you genuinely believe that the Russian government's motivations should be taken straightforwardly, that their intentions should be interpreted straightforwardly and in good faith, I have no idea what you're doing, okay? Listen, I don't know how else to phrase this, okay? Believing, understanding that America is bad does not make you a leftist. That's like tier 0 political analysis. It's nothing. It's so meaningless.
But you know what makes you not a leftist? Okay? You know what makes you not a leftist? Not being willing to go along with Russia bad. So you're not a leftist if you won't say Russia bad to the exclusion of America. But if you say America bad, that doesn't make you a leftist. This fucking guy, man. Like, who does he think he gets to dictate terms for anyway? These fucking, like, little fucking state proclamations that he makes to his little audience of fucking Pikachu posters. Look at these Pikachu motherfuckers, dude. What the fuck? Ugh. Man, I'm trying to find a very specific part of this. Was it way back here?
I'm not angry at anyone for not being able to accurately predict the future, okay? That is not a reason why I am upset with anybody, okay? The issue is the attitude that people have taken. And to be frank, like, there are a ton of people in the online left. First of all, okay, all the people who fell for Russian propaganda on this, you did the Iraq war thing. You are no different from all of the dupes in the liberal media who fell for the media and government-pushed support for the Iraq war invasion.
this is, quite honestly, the most unfortunate example that this dude could use right now. So he's saying he's using an example where both American political and military power and the media colluded in order to lie to the American people to get them to support interventionism overseas as an example for why we should be believing that very same political class and media now, that it's both in the best interests of Ukrainians and Americans for us to intercede in the Ukraine. What's going on in the world today? And I'm telling you, dude, you will find this kind of cognitive dissonance and this kind of like self-refuting take all over the fucking internet right now. Dude, I'll read you a couple from the fucking subreddit if you want to hear them. I know everybody loves that. I know the subreddit will love it too. Let me read you some of the cognitive dissonance that comes pouring out of people at this time. So, as I've told you before, not just today, but for 10 straight fucking years, I'm a staunch anti-war leftist and have been forever and a day. So I posted this today. What the fuck is up with all this Russian aggression? And then it's, a picture of all this American aggression all over the fucking planet, including, and not to be ignored, literally surrounding the state of Russia. And this is what the subreddit called it. Paul posting fascist apologia on Twitter. Time to jump ship. How is this apologetics for any fucking fascist? Like on what planet? Like how far do you have to have your head up the military industrial complex's ass to call this fascist propaganda? An actual list of American military bases all over the globe and a representation of America's involvement in military conflicts current up through 2005. How the fuck is this fascist propaganda, like, at all? And it doesn't stop there. It goes on and on, man. This fucking thread, bro. I had to upvote a couple of people. Look at this guy. I mean, there's one dude in here with a fucking logical take. He needs to go back to doing monkey impressions and leave the geopolitics to the adults. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I should go back to doing monkey impressions and leave the geopolitics to the adults, Pepe posting and Pika posting. Just give me a break, bro. Nobody did shit with Crimea, so it won't be any different here. No shit. The Vosh in the corner. I'm the Vosh in the box. You know what the funny thing is that 6 months from now, when all these people have forgotten about this shit, they'll be calling themselves anti-war again. Like, why doesn't America just stop with all the interventionism? My God. Fucking imperialism. They won't even realize the irony that when the fucking chain was jerked, they were there. Dicks in hand, ready to join the fucking media and the government and the State Department and NATO in a big old circle stroke. Paul, what is America doing to provoke Russia into war? It's one of the things that's actually, I know you're probably like asking that facetiously or something, trying to get a gotcha, but it's actually, it brings up an interesting point. Because out of all of this, I want you to notice all of these people who are rabidly like, fuck Russia, man. This is it. Man, there's a line in the sand, man. Russia bad, America good in this instance. If you can't see that, then fuck you. Right? All these fucking people are wrapped up in that. What do you think? Well, whatever. We already talked a little bit about Vosh. Nobody's talking, like none of these leftists are talking about the tragic. And I'm talking about motherfucking capital T tragic diplomatic failure on the part of America and NATO and the Ukraine to make any kind of headway in this. Nothing. Literally willing to do nothing. Sat there all bellicose with their arms crossed and provoked a fucking war. And if you say, oh, they didn't provoke a war, I just want you to take yourself out of your American boots or your wherever you live boots. Put yourself in a pair of Russian boots for a second. I just want you to try and think about it. I know it's tough because they're subhuman scum, those Russians. But try to think like a Russian. So let's say, for argument's sake, that Russia and a coalition of nations that all hate us have created a bunch of military bases and lined the Canadian and Mexican borders with a bunch of missiles pointed right at every American city and teaming with American military personnel and materiel. Or, Russian. Sorry, I'm mixing my metaphors here. He's trying to get to the point. Yeah. Would you find it to be like just a totally neutral action that you were completely surrounded on all sides by a hostile military? If the answer to that is no, I'm calling bullshit right the fuck now. And I think that anybody that would actually say answer no to that question is like a deeply unserious person with an agenda. I'm not exactly sure whose agenda they're towing. Their own growth, the media agenda, the State Department agenda, the military agenda, the just overall pro-U.S. imperialism agenda. But, man. Like, if you can't take yourself for 5 seconds and put yourself in the country you live in and imagine that every foreign border of your country is literally fucking swarming with a Russia-China coalition that you're not allowed to be part of because they've deemed you, troublesome. That'd be a little provoking, do you think? Do you think you might look at that and go like, what are they trying to do, man? Fucking get us to fight them? Like, how much more what are they going to do? I don't know, man. All I know is that I don't want war. Bro, you better not say that too loud right now. You get called a Russian stooge if you say you don't want war. And none of these fucking chicken hawks, by the way, that are putting the Ukraine flag up in their shit are rushing down to the fucking local office to sign up for the military and asking to be sent to the Ukraine to support these people. Best they can do is a bunch of fucking war hawk bullshit chicanery and throwing up a Ukrainian flag in their Twitter handle. See, that's one thing about chicken hawks, man. These people that beat the war drums, I don't beat the war drums. And so I got nothing to explain when you ask me, like, why aren't you going over and fighting? Because I don't believe in it, motherfucker. Why aren't you? You really want to show me? You really want to virtue signal to me? Slap that fucking Ukrainian flag out of your fucking Twitter handle and go slap an American patch on your left arm. Go hit basic, bitch. And then when you come out, I want you to request frontline Ukraine. Get your ass out there and be a bullet sponge, motherfucker. Prove to me what kind of balls you got. Prove to me that you're on the right side on this one. Warhawks never do that, though. These fucking chicken hawk motherfuckers. They're always boned up for war. Oh, we got to intervene. America has a duty. Not them, though. They got better things to do. They got better things to do than put on the uniform. They got better things to do than go stand in a mud hole over there. So fuck these people. Oh, yes, a bullet sponge, motherfucker. Read some American history and learn how we use our troops. We pissed all over our troops after Vietnam, after Korea, after the both Gulf Wars. If you're ignorant of American history, don't bring that question mark shit up in here. Look it up. Soak up the bullets. Paul, this is meaningless. What is this rant supposed to do? You are one of the most annoying types of fucking human beings on the planet. I'm fucking gonna ban you for forever. The next time I get that vibe off of you. You are literally sitting in a show where you have every impetus to click the motherfuck off of it and go watch somebody that's fucking simping your line. And you got the fucking time-wasting gall to insinuate that I'm wasting my time by putting on the show that people are watching? Go fuck your motherfucking self. Mods, eyeballs on this Ultra Cole 2000 twat. And I tell you what, dude, if he comes back and you even get a whiff of stupidity, nuke him. Straighten up. Fly right, punk bitch. Anyway, where were we? No, I don't agree with Russia invading. I just got done telling you I'm anti-war. Why do people have such a hard time understanding this position? So I really didn't think this was necessary. But let me explain to you what anti-war means. That means I'm against Russia invading, and I'm against America counter-invading to stop the Russia invasion. I'm against both wars simultaneously, both sides of it. See, a lot of people think being anti-war means supporting the arming of the one side of the war that you tend to agree with politically. No, I'm anti-war. That means everywhere. That means any pretext that this oligarchy can come up with. I'm against it. I'm for people talking. I'm for diplomacy. I'm for us all realizing that we're living on this mud ball together. And I'm against anybody who stands in the way of that. And nobody on the online left, that there's no room left for anybody in, according to Vosh, is talking about the tragic diplomatic failure. By the way, one of the reasons they're not talking about it is because they facilitated it. They elected the chief diplomat of the United States, Joseph R. Biden. You remember, because I do, I know memories are short these days. You remember this guy sitting there with a sheepish grin on his face and a Riding with Biden t-shirt and a Riding with Biden hat? He elected the motherfucker that fucked this, that botched it. And now he wants American soldiers to go over there and soak bullets for him? Pfft. Dude, you know what, dude? I got to be honest with you, man. Vosh is looking pretty fit. Looks like he's lost probably something like 60, 70 pounds. I saw today Vosh was streaming all fucking day with like he's CNN or something with 4 like live streams from the Ukrainian cities and shit, just like waiting to stroke with his, little Pikachu fans if a bomb falls or something, you know what I mean? And I'm really thinking that like maybe he ought to put that new physique to work. I mean, what would be more based than Vosh saying, my dudes, I'm taking a little break from this YouTube thing, and I'm going to join the military, my guys. I've already requested to be sent to the front lines in the Ukraine. I'll be going to the Ukraine to provide direct support to show you how much. Yeah, just pick up a fucking gun, bitch. Till then, your warmongering is just that, man. Your chicken hawk chicanery is just that, man. See, I don't ever get caught in that fucking logical loop. That self-defeating, self-aggrandizing, self-feeding logical loop. I'm for war, but other people, for other people to prosecute. No, I'm against all war. So when you ask me why I don't pick up a gun, I say because I'm a fucking conscientious objector. I don't believe in war. I don't believe in dying for empire. I don't believe in dying for capitalistic expansion dressed up as freedom fighting. Go fuck yourself. Now, what are you? A motherfucker that's been pro-war droning for days, who won't pick up a fucking M16 and get his boots muddy over there in the Ukraine. And I bet your bitch ass would come back haunted with a totally different perspective, but nobody can expect you to go that far with your convictions. Your convictions begin and end right there in your DX racer chair, just like the rest of them. So hang up all this fucking flag waving, virtue signaling, Ukraine in my fucking profile shit. Unless you're putting your fucking butthole in the meat grinder, I don't even want to hear from you, motherfucker. Because you have no idea what war does on both sides. If you did, you wouldn't be sitting there salivating and jerking off with Vosh about it. Pikachu posting. Bunch of pussies. No strength, no courage of your own convictions, no willingness to stand against the tide when the media and the fucking goddamn fucking entire political class, the entire imperialist backbone of America is just begging you to come over here and join the war machine, and you just can't resist that siren call. Piss off. You motherfuckers, dude. You take a person like me who is like nothing but an ally. If you believe in uplifting workers and uplifting people and ripping power away from the oligarchy, and you shit down my throat because I won't fucking join you in jerking off about war. What do you think's going to happen when you come to me hand out with your next cause, motherfucker? People like me don't belong in the online left. Fuck the online left, then. It's got no heart. It's got no balls. Full of blithering bullshit artists. Ain't got the courage of their fucking convictions. Happily leave that motherfucker. You ain't got to kick me out. I'll walk. The online left. What the fuck is that? Reddit and Twitter? Give me a fucking break, kid. The chat and the fucking public Fortnite lobby. It's the online left, bro. And you're just not cool enough to Pepe post and Pikachu post all fucking day in my chat while I sit here and preen myself like a fucking peacock. And give me a break, bro. Love you later, Paul. Don't announce your fucking departures. Yeah, dude, the pro-war, pro-State Department chair brigade, bro. The most useful idiots in America. Brian Stelter and Fox News, everybody, all these fucking institutions that have done nothing but lie their fucking faces and asses off to you for the last fucking at least 30 years. Just in lockstep. Just cannot wait to suck their dicks when war's on the line. Oh, man, yeah. If you don't toe that line, you're pro-Russia. What does that even mean, dude? I'm pro-human being. Are you pro-Russia? Like, well, I I guess in the same way that I'm like pro-Uganda and pro-South Africa and pro-Australia and pro-Philippines, and pro-Taiwan and pro-China and you know what I mean? I'm pro-human. Pro-people. If you're talking about the people of those places, yeah, I'm pro them. I'm for them. Talking about the political entities and the corporations and the media entities, bro. That's the flag. That's the flag you want me to salute. That's the great moral crusade that you want me to go on. Standing up for the fucking warmongering piece of shit chicken hawk American press. Big old doughy weirdos like fucking Brian Stelter. No. You wouldn't pass the draft, Paul. Thank goodness. I wouldn't even get that far. They'd have to send me to jail before I even got to the fucking point where they'd, you know what I mean? They'd get to test me for it. Because I'd immediately object to going anywhere and showing up to anything. They could come arrest me. I would rather sit in jail than point a gun at another human being over some politician and some corporation's gain. And if you think that's not what's at stake here, if you really think some like ethereal concept like Ukraine, this little blob of what used to be the USSR that's been a constant fucking, you know, geopolitical nightmare for like, if you really think that's what this is about, not money and positioning against other people and hedging your bets against other people's abilities to get money, then you're fucking yourself up the ass. I don't even have to do it for you. You're doing it to yourself. And you know this when it's convenient for your whatever message you're touting that day. But for some reason, man, when those same fucking neolibs that you decry all day, along with those same conservatives that you decry all day, start yanking your war chain, you're just right there. Like a slavering fucking dog. Ought to be ashamed of yourselves. If you were capable of shame, you would fucking like, oh my God, 6 months from now when this whole fucking narrative changes, when shit has gone fucking awry in the Ukraine and it's turning out to not be the roses that we all thought it was going to be. And everybody's going like, man, we should have never gotten into that. Dude, all these people are going to disappear into the mist. It'll be like they never had these opinions, man. Their brains don't fucking remember back that far. They're broken. Yep. It'll be midterms, and then eventually, I'm telling you, just fucking check me on this. This whole Ukraine thing will turn into a bad thing on the left. The online left, whatever the fuck that is. We'll be like, man, this fucking Ukraine shit is bullshit, man. Biden's a fucking imperialist piece of shit. They're going to act like they didn't fucking go after everybody. Like they were the personal lapdog of the United States imperial official stance on Russia and the Ukraine. They'll just forget all that, man. Half of them have alts that they'll jump on. You know, they'll just get rid of the fucking embarrassing ones, abandon that. Most of them won't even need to scrub it. They'll just move on from it. Try and recontextualize it. They'll go back, oh, my dude, what I was actually saying when I spent 3 months slavishly beating my penis and waiting for war in Russia and the Ukraine and waiting to just toe the fucking State Department UN in line. What I meant, dude, was that war is bad, okay? And if you didn't get that, I'm sorry, but you just lack a fundamental understanding of the material dynamics behind the sociological substructure of the topic, okay, my dude? Anyway, as I was saying, this Ukraine boondoggle, just wait. It'll happen. It always does. They'll love it until they're told not to. Then they'll hate it. True Pikachu face. True Pepega. Based. True heart Pepega. Heart smiling Pepe. Heart Pikachu face. Heart. True. My dudes. It's time for war. Oh, man, Vosh is really on the right side of this one. My dudes, war any day now. Oh my God, are you as turgid as I am? Oh my God, yeah, we're boned up, Pepega. Like, dude, my guys, I just looked in my pants and I've got a war boner the size of a fucking billy club. Taroo. This is unhinged, Jesus. Yeah, I'm the unhinged one. Not the chicken hawks that are sitting there beating the war drums that would never put themselves in the fucking line of fire. Unhinged, yeah, dude. A dude sitting in his fucking like spare bedroom smoking a joint and talking on the internet is unhinged. Bro, how fucking soft are you? Has anybody ever thrown a water balloon at your ass? Because I'm afraid if it happens to you one of these days, you might have a heart attack or fall on the ground kicking and screaming, bro. How did you muffin soft, pillow soft motherfuckers like survive childhood and into adulthood? That's what I want to know. Holy fuck. Man. Bunch of goddamn marshmallows out there. This is unhinged. Give me a fucking break, bro. What do you think this is? Like a 1950s horror movie? The Unhinged Tale of a Madman. So fucking dramatic, dude. Bro, you're literally acting like you're in Looney Tunes a minute ago. Oh my God, dude. It's called putting on a show. Hey, okay, hold on. Sorry, dude. You're absolutely right. Let me redesign my fucking show that I expect people to sit and watch and maybe even donate to. Hey, dudes. Welcome. It's the new pitch certified Highdeology. My name is Paul Zigo, and we're here to have an even and measured conversation. Today's topic is municipal water zoning and the ongoing crisis of bringing enough clean water to the inner cities. Go fuck yourself and die. Go tune into NPR, you weird fucking half-baked muffin. You know what you are, dude? You ever seen you ever seen Casino? I love one of my favorite scenes in Casino is so quick. You remember when in Casino when Ace Rothstein is sitting there with like his casino manager, and the casino manager is trying to talk to him about some other business, and Ace goes, "Look at my muffin. Look how many blueberries are in your muffin." And then look at my muffin. You're Ace Rothstein's blueberry muffin, dude. You're the defective batch of substandard blueberry muffins without enough goddamn motherfucking blueberries in it, bro. I just found the perfect goddamn analogy. You're Ace Rothstein's fucking goddamn blueberry muffin, bro. I want an equal amount of blueberries in each muffin. You need to be straightened out. Do you have any idea how long that's going to take? I don't care how long it's going to take. I want an equal amount of blueberries in each muffin, bitch. Woo. Yeah, dude, you're the quiche that somebody clapped too hard next to. You know what I mean? And it fucking you never rose, dude. You're the quiche that somebody got too loud around, and it went. Oh, sacre bleu! Looks like we will be having flat quiche again tonight. I want an equal amount of blueberries in each muffin. You heard me. You heard me. I want an equal amount of blueberries in each muffin. Shit, he's got me numbered after me saying like 2 statements. Hey, dude, it doesn't take long to, like, I know it's hard to understand this, but when you're not woefully fucking retarded, it's pretty easy to see somebody who is coming like from a mile away. Usually only takes 1 sentence out of their mouth for you to know what you're dealing with. That's something you'll never experience as a credulous moron, but just letting you know that, you know, people have some different aptitudes and stuff. Like, some of us don't need to hear you speak for fucking 6 hours to know you're fucking spinning a line of bullshit, you know? It's crazy, I know. But we're out here. Cuss away. I don't care. Any dissent equals retarded. Gotcha. No, just yours. It's particularly, in this instance, only yours. Not any dissent is retarded, but the dissent that you proffered above was retarded from the jump. Paul, one time you told a story about how you passed out and all you could say was before you were unconscious. What happened? So I passed out so I think I talked about this after the history of going insane episode of DFF where I passed out in the middle of the show. And so I have a history of what has been diagnosed as vasovagal syncope. This can be for a number of reasons, and so please hold back until I tell you everything. This can be indicative of a heart defect. When I was diagnosed with vasovagal syncope, I had a full heart workup, and I've had one semi-recently as well. Like last year, I had a full echocardiogram. My heart is fine. My ticker is fine. I don't have any valve defects. I'm not suffering from any kind of clogs or any kind of thing that would, that can sometimes, like a weak ticker can be a contributing factor. For the vast majority of people that have my diagnosis, vasovagal syncope, the best that you ever get is, we really don't know why it happens to you. Happens to quite a few people, and oftentimes that's what I was told. So I went to a round of specialists, man. I'm talking like 2 different styles of general practitioner doctor, went to a neurologist, a cardiologist, did a sleep study as a result of this. You know what I mean? Like, they put me through the ringer, and at the end of it, that's what they told me. Huh? We don't know, man. Could be related to your diagnosed panic disorder. Could be related to your, heart in some way that we can't measure. Could be genetic. It's kind of like just syncope is John B. put it. Syncope is the hard one to spell. Vasovagal sounds hard, but it really isn't. Vasovagal is just like it sounds. Vasovagal, I believe. Syncope is syncope. It looks like syncope. So, yeah. There you go, John B. John B typed it for you, so you can go look it up. But anyway, that's what I suffer from. So it comes on rather suddenly. There are a few contributing factors that I've noticed that may contribute to it, but they may not, such as like going all day without eating or going for a long time without eating. Maybe, you know, they've tested me with that shit too. I get blood workups. I'm not fucking diabetic or pre-diabetic ever. But you know, they check that shit to make sure I'm not experiencing some kind of blood sugar crash or whatever. I'm not. So I've noticed that maybe, you know, on days that I don't eat anything all day, on days where I'm particularly stressed out, it's probably more likely to happen. It's more likely to happen if when I start to feel the symptoms, I stand up abruptly. In fact, I think, like, if I remember correctly, all 3 times that this has happened to me, it's happened to me 3 times in my adult life, and probably 1 time or 2 times when I was a kid. Anyway, I can't even remember what was I talking about from what I remember, and then I can't remember what I was about to say from what I remember. Oh yeah. Anyway, all 3 times as an adult, that's what's happened. Like, I'll be sitting down usually when it starts, and I'll go like, oh, I need to walk this off, and I'll stand up, and then I'm out. Which is pretty dangerous. You don't want to stand up when you're feeling that way. It's better to just pass out in your chair. No, it does. It's not happening more often. I haven't had a syncope episode since 2 years ago during that history of going insane episode. Give me a second. I'm going to go get something to drink and smoke a cigarette. I'll be right back. All right. Thank you for your patience. Those of you that were patient, anyway. I know some people just can't hang. Some people can't hang in there. I didn't even smoke a whole cigarette either, dude. I had like 2 little puffs, 2 good drags. And I was like, you know what? They don't deserve to wait for a whole cigarette. And I'm cool with that. A couple of drags is all I needed anyway. I stubbed it out. I'll finish that bad boy later. Yes, indeed. I can pin the rules. Sorry, I didn't do it earlier. There you go. Rules are pinned. Now there's no excuses, and Otello can rest his copy-paste fingers. I had to sign up for the draft in 98. I don't think you guys have to be worried about being drafted for World War III. Yeah. Same. I graduated in 98 and filled out my draft board paperwork and all that shit. Whatever they call it. Your 5012 or whatever. They had some kind of fucking innocuous number name for it. I'd serve crack before I served this country. The funny thing is that a lot of the people that are fucking beating the escalation drum agree with you. They just don't want it to be known that they agree with you. I love how indignant people get too. I've been like I said, dude, I've been an anti-war guy for a long time. And when you throw that, like, well, why don't you sign up thing, they get super indignant. Like, it always sounds the same, too. It's like, oh, so what you're saying is like, if I support any kind of military intervention that I really have nothing to say about it because I'm not serving in it. And then you really want to fuck with them. You just tell them the truth and go like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why the fuck would I listen to some fucking doughboy that never served in the military about whether or not the military should do this, that, or the other thing? Like, be honest with me. Like, what kind of expertise do you got? Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, I don't like hearing fucking like everybody's like a little junior fucking Patton or whatever. Like, here's what we're going to do, boys. Like, the people of Ukraine, they yearn for freedom. And America cannot in good conscience stand by while the evil empire of Russia tramples that freedom. And, you know, we've got to put the 3rd tank column over here. And we've got to put the 41st Air Platoon sweeping in with a Condor attack formation from the northeast. And that will definitely catch Putin by surprise. It's like, who are you, dude? Yeah, dude. Dude, it's one of the greatest tools of a true, like, principled anti-war person. It's just going like, man, if you're so pro-war, man, there's fucking, especially nowadays where there's always a war. Back in the days, like when, you know, there used to be little pauses between wars, people could say, well, if I ever do get the opportunity to serve my country, then I will. Well, now they ain't got that excuse no more. So it's really gotten useful. Like, go fuck yourself, man. Like, at some point, like, your little fucking political, philosophical musings are, you know, at the fucking expense of actual blood on the ground, people being shot at, blown apart, crippled for life, or worse, just dead. And if your ass ain't willing to even fucking half expose your fucking milk-fed veal-looking motherfucking ass to it, I don't want to hear what you have to say about it, bro. I certainly don't fucking got no interest in hearing your fucking chest-thumping bullshit. Every person I've ever met who mostly served in Iraq and Afghanistan have all told me not to enlist. Every single one. The Nam guys are different. Well, I mean, maybe in your experience they're different. They're not all that much different in my experience. I've known quite a few of both. You know, I'm old enough to have had a lot of uncles and stuff that were in Nam, and I'm young enough to have a lot of friends and, you know, people my age and people I went to school with and stuff go serve overseas. And in my experience, has been pretty uniform. Stay the fuck out of the armed services. But what do I know, dude? I'm just an idiot that doesn't get his fucking military advice from like fucking big old gumdrops like Brian Stelter. Or the Billy Badass from the bad side of Beverly Hills, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just an idiot that doesn't think that those people have any fucking authority to be talking about who or when anybody should go to fucking war. So many people go in with patriotic vibes and say fuck it and finish their contracts and leave. It's not the glory everyone expects. Aye, Papa. Re-Up Gang Records. Anyway, hey, thanks, Cynic, for the party horn, bro. Thanks, bro, Cephas, and the 420. Bubba, blaze it up. Bubba, blaze it up. Packing a fresh bowl right now. I'm packing a fresh bowl right now. I'm debating. It's probably a bad thing to let chat decide, but let's see. That's not what I meant to imply, Paul. You're right. In my personal experience, the Nam guys, usually family members, have encouraged joining up. That's all. Yeah, no, I mean, that's, like I said, I'm sure that there are some people that served in Operation Desert Storm, Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom that would tell you to just join up too. It just, in my experience, they're outnumbered. Yeah, there's a poll up for those of you participating in the chat. I'm having a debate with myself as to whether or not I should have a J or not. So looks like there's Wow, man. 12% a year. Like, nah. Nah. Smoke a fat doob. Well, I think I'm actually going to push against the grain and subscribe to the law of contrary public opinion, as I often do, and say that if everybody's saying yes, it's probably a nah. So I'm going to go ahead and save that joint for tomorrow. I will tell you this, I'm well and plenty stoned. So it definitely would have been like a little bit of, extra weed. It's not that I'm unaccustomed to that. I will tell you something, though, and this is going to be like blasphemy in some circles. I'll tell you this. But I've heard some claims come out of some rappers, particularly Snoop Dogg, that I think are just hilarious. Like hilarious lies. Like, I don't remember the exact number, but I'm pretty sure I heard Snoop Dogg say on numerous occasions that, like, I smoke 100 blunts a day. And I'm like, man, yeah, you probably don't. You know what I mean? You probably don't smoke anywhere near 100 blunts a day. You probably smoke a lot of blunts. You know what I mean? Maybe you smoke 10 blunts a day or 5 blunts a day. Dude, that's a lot of blunts to smoke in a day. That's a whole day worth of blunts right there. Wiz Khalifa smokes an ounce a day. Dude, here's the thing. I'm willing to believe these rappers, but only if they will fucking let me fucking stay with them for a day and just go smoke for smoke with them. And if they can smoke me under the table, like if they can get me to the point where I'm like at a point where I genuinely like, not just like tonight where I'm like, I don't really want another joint, but like to the point where I'm like, man, I cannot have another joint. If they can get me to that point and they keep going and then people tally it up and they smoke the fucking whole ounce that day or whatever, I'll shut up. But I'm telling you, dude, I'm a stoner, man. And I've never been as rich as like Snoop Dogg or Wiz Khalifa or Schoolboy Q or any of the people that claim this ridiculous weed habit, right? But keep in mind, dude, I was on the Drunken Peasants for quite a while, and that show made a lot of money, and I made a lot of money while I was on that show, which meant that I had a fucking virtually unlimited expendable income. And I didn't really have to spend money on weed back then. Like, we had a shop that would hook us up all the time because, they were trying to develop a relationship with the show or whatever. So you have to believe me when I tell you that I literally tried to shove as much weed into my lungs as I could in as many different forms as I could. Not just my lungs, my body. Like, dude, I will still do this from time to time, but back in those days, dude, the DP days, it was not uncommon for me to wake up, drop a big fat edible, smoke a spliff just to say good morning. You know what I mean? Just have a nice fat spliff in the morning, then do a dab or two, then might make my way up to the fucking DP studio for work, where it was just a constant rotation of bong, joint, dab, gravity bong. Oh man, we had the coolest gravity bong in the DP studio. I wish I could get a gravity bong like that. It was so fucking dope. Dude, I'm telling you, man. And I have never, in even my fucking like craziest days, come anywhere close to smoking like 100 blunts in a day. You know what I mean? Not even fucking close, bro. And I'm a dude, and I'm not bragging about this, but I'm a dude that when I smoke with people, I'm not the one that backs up off it. It's like if you were to come over and like, oh, I want to have a session with Paul Zigo, you're going to be the one that goes, no, thanks. I'm cool for right now, man. Maybe a little later. That's going to be you. Because it's never me. Dude, TJ can attest to that. TJ's the only dude that I've ever known that can go fucking pound for pound with me. Because he's done it. But like, I don't know about these other guys, man. I don't know about these like these rappers claiming they're smoking like fucking an impossible amount of weed in a day. And nobody ever wants to call them on it either. Like they'll be on like Sway in the morning, right? Or they'll be on like The Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne the God will be like, man, somebody told me like, I heard somewhere that you smoke something like somebody told me some crazy amount of weed. Yeah, bro. I smoke like 100 blunts a day. And you can tell Charlemagne wants to be like, but he's like, for real though? Man, that's a lot of weed. It's like, come on, man. Just call it out. He didn't smoke no 100 blunts in a day, dude. You couldn't do it. You would literally have to be like that. You remember the old cartoons where they would like stuff a whole pack of cigarettes in their mouth and like you'd have to be smoking blunts like that to get through 100 blunts in a day, bro. Legit, you would have to be doing it. Like, so is that what you're doing? Like, is Snoop Dogg sitting at fucking home, you know, just chilling with like a roll of blunts that thick, just crammed in his mouth, lighting it with a blowtorch, having like 3 dudes roll the next one because he's about to be done with this one. Like if he's doing that, he's smoking 100 blunts a day. But if he's not, he ain't smoking no fucking goddamn 100 blunts in a day. He takes a long ass time to smoke a blunt too, even if you're hitting it hard. Blunts are big and slow burning. I mean, yeah, but nobody ever asks them, like, how much do you and your homies and your family and your entourage smoke in a day? It's always like, man, I heard you smoke a crazy amount of weeds. Yeah, dog. Big Snoop Dogg smokes like 16 ounces of weed a day. 16 ounces, my dude? 16. Is that even possible? I know it is because I do it. It's like, all right, big Snoop Dogg. It's like, no, you don't, dude. It's not even tolerance, dude. I'm calling cap on 100 blunts a day just because there's only 24 hours in a day. Dude, to smoke 100 blunts, you would have to, like, for every day for 24 straight hours, you would have to be smoking like 3 blunts an hour. Which means if you're sleeping 8 hours, which if you're smoking that much weed, you're sleeping at least 8 hours. That leaves you what, like a 16-hour day? So now you got to be smoking like 6 blunts an hour. It's improbable. Dude, if you're hitting a blunt like super hard and you're smoking it solo and you're hitting it super hard, you might finish that blunt in like half an hour. Like finish it all the way to the dome. And that's just if you're just like, you know what I mean? Just like hitting it. 20 minutes, 25 minutes, half an hour. You'd have to be doing that literally all day. And so, like, I just want these guys to quit lying, you know? Like, you trust me, if you told people how much weed you really smoke, they're still going to be astonished. Because I can guarantee you Snoop outsmokes your average person. I can guarantee you Wiz Khalifa outsmokes your average person. Schoolboy Q. But I can also pretty much guarantee you that they're not smoking an ounce a day. Unless they're counting like what they roll up and give to their entourage and shit. In which case, dude, I've seen you can blow through an ounce. You got 4 or 5 big smokers. Easy. But if it's just you, what if 100 is the low? No, dude, I don't even know. I don't even know, dude. Let's see. Is this even worth? Is this going to just shit on me? Maybe not. This probably has like 2 little hits left on it. But I may end up getting shit on for this. Let's see. It's fine. It's got another hit or 2 on it. We're good. I mean, dude, see, this is the thing. Like, I don't think he has to smoke 100 blunts. I think he just enjoys smoking weed. And I can empathize with that. Like, I can empathize with that. I never grew, I never grew any weed. I knew a couple people who did. Even back in the days when it wasn't strictly the thing that you should be doing. But no, I never grew myself. I think your throat would be fucked up from dude, my throat is fucked up from like, half a pack of cigarettes and, the maybe 3 blunts of weed I smoke a day. Like that's being pretty liberal. But like when we're talking blunts, I don't usually smoke blunts. I smoke joints. So I probably smoke, like 5 or 6 big joints a day. And that would be about 3 blunts of weed. If you're doing like, a 3 or 4 gram blunt. So I smoke about 3 blunts a day. And, dude, I smoke all day. I smoke on that all day. It's probably a facetious statement that many rappers who smoke a lot like to claim to smoke copious amounts of weed. Yeah, that's possible. Maybe they're just like tired of answering the question and they just say some fucking like space cadet level answer just to trigger people. You got a good point there. I might be falling prey to the meme. You know what I mean? It might be just like an insider meme, like just like every time I get asked that, I'm going to add another 100 blunts. Dude, me and my roommates, plural, smoke 4 blunts before lunch. That's what I'm talking about. And if you took that and went solo with it, you'd probably be smoking about 3 blunts a day. Because you're splitting it between roommates. People like overestimate. They think they smoke a lot of weed because they live with a bunch of people who smoke a lot of weed. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, you might smoke a lot of weed, but you're not the only one smoking up all the weed, dude. Yeah, dude, I smoke 3 billion blunts per second, bro. What do you think of World War Z zombie flick? I don't know, man. I'm kind of bored of zombies and shit. It would be more badass if they just blew smoke in the face of whoever asked them how much they smoke. I don't know. It would be kind of rude. Yeah, I basically do 900 lines of coke a day. Dude, it's like the grown-up version of those people that like those kids that were everything proof when you played with them. You'd be like, "Oh, dude, I got you, man. I shot you." Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I have armor on. Okay, well, I got you with a grenade. Nuh-uh. I'm grenade proof. Those people grow up and they realize that they can't fucking tell those fucking tall tales no more. So they start going like, "Bro, I smoked 7,000 blunts before lunch, bro. What are you talking about?" One ups and one downs are the worst. Dude, Zach knows what I'm talking about, dude. He does. I can just tell. He speaks like a man who has experience. There are some people that are just wired that way, man. If you say like, "Dude, I smoke like 3-4 blunts a day," there's people that like that actually smoke weed that go like, "Damn, dude, that's actually a pretty legit, like, you smoke all day or what?" And I go like, "Yeah." And those are usually like other stoners that aren't flex stoners, but every once in a while, dude, I'll tell people that. I'll be like, "I probably smoke like 3 or 4 blunts a day." And they'll go like, "Bro, dude, I mean, I'm not trying to flex or anything, but like, that's like my morning. You know what I mean? Like, while you're drinking your coffee, I got 4 blunts going." It's like, "Oh, all right, bro." I wasn't trying to flex. You asked. Dude, I literally, like, watch this. You know what just happened? I smoked every weed on the planet simultaneously and then held the smoke in my lungs until it turned clear. And I do that 3 times a second, dog. People are like harvesting the buds. They're like, "Oh man, this is gonna be a good batch." Oh no, man. He took another hit. Oh well. Well, you hate cynic, Marlon Benson. A mean thing to say. What cynic ever did to you? Bro, when I smoke blunts, I use a Lab Monkey cigarette mask. Smoke 5 at a time, cuh. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Dude, you know what is real weird? A lot of times people will flex on like, "Yeah, dude, I can barbecue." But they can't. And that's such a weird thing to flex on because it's like such a common thing. You know what I mean? Like, people go to barbecues quite a bit. And they'll be like, "Dude, man, I'm a fucking killer on the grill, dude. I could hella grill." And then you're like, "Damn." And then you go over to their house and they're on the grill and they look all sweaty and exasperated and they're having all their kids helping them and their wife is running fucking circles and they look like they just can't even manage it. It's like an episode of Kitchen Nightmares before Gordon gets there. You know what I mean? Everybody's just running around. And then when you get it, you get some dry ass overcooked fucking barbecue chicken and you're just like, "Damn, man, I thought this guy killed it on the grill, bro. This guy's a fucking amateur, man. Gross. This dried out shit." TJ also called me a stupid bitch once. Really? Did I call you a stupid bitch? Man, that's kind of mean. I shouldn't have done that. Who makes you the best barbecue out of you, TJ and Scotty? I don't think we've ever really had a Q off, man. I think we'd have to have like a proper, like, we each get a rack of baby back ribs and, you know, we all three barbecue them up our own way and we do a blind taste test. See, for the longest time, my mom used to run one of those. She used to throw like this block party on 4th of July. It was the dopest shit. And, you know, we had like my cousins are all big. Like I'm okay on the grill, but they're like, they take it super seriously. Like they make their own barbecue sauces and they have their own secret rubs and shit. So anyways, those guys, there was usually 4 of them, would each bring their own little barbecue and they'd make a couple of racks of ribs. And then we would have a blind taste test. And one year, you know, every year somebody got crowned, you know, the rib king of that year or whatever. And so it would have to be something like that to be any kind of honest shit. Like it would have to be, you know, we all three cook our ribs our own way. Nobody knows but us whose ribs are whose. They're all mixed up. They're given a number, 1, 2, or 3. And only we know what number we are. And people do a blind fucking vote. Slow and low is how all my cousins do it. Like none of my cousins do the hot fast method of ribs. I've had hot and fast ribs and they taste pretty fucking good. But I'm not a rib master, but all my cousins do slow and low. Like ultra fucking fiddly basting and temperature changes and putting fucking coffee cans with a little bit of water in there so the steam fucking moistens everything. It's fucking like one of them uses fucking like a smoker. They've got like a cedar smoker thing that they put down in there with their fucking charcoal. So, you know, I don't take it that seriously, but I mean, if you throw me like some hamburgers or a tri-tip or some chicken breasts, you know, I'll make you some good ass food. I'm no grill master or whatever, but I ain't gonna give you no dried out piece of shit, man. You're gonna get a tasty ass burger. Yeah, dude, the greeting, bro. Hey, what's up, man? 3 hours into the stream. Oh, man, look, it's the crazy breakout Kramer character. So-and-so. Whoa. I was like, stop it, man. Y'all ever gonna do a meetup again? Sure. You know, I'll be optimistic for once and say, yeah, man. I mean, honestly, shit goes back to normal. Everybody kind of gets settled in their own place, and I'd be totally down to start talking about doing a meetup. It's becoming easier and easier to require, like, you know, like vaccine approval or whatever to get into a venue, and I think that would be a smart thing to do. So we'll do that shit, you know. Make you scan your fucking Vax card or whatever, however they do it. And, yeah. New York would be awesome. And we've always talked about wanting to do one there. So I think that would be great. Anyway, running out of steam. Pretty tired. I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace.